Hey y'all, Justin with Kayak Catfish. Well, it's a few minutes before sunrise and I'm on the ball today, man. I already got out here and got lines in while it was still dark. That don't happen often, y'all. I usually hit the snooze, but anyway, I am set up on a hole here. This is a small hole on this section of the ledge, and whether there's any fish here or not, I don't know. I'm in my Old Town kayak today. I don't have a graph or anything on this kayak, but what my plan is to set here, because either there's going to be some fish in this hole that are going to be active and feed, or I'm going to get fish that are working up and down this ledge here. This is, like I said, it's a very small hole, comparatively speaking, to the size of the ledge. So either way, we're going to get fish. Boy, that was a big splash right there, man. One of them fish come up trying to get on this video, trying to steal a cameo appearance. That fish right there needs to get down here and eat these baits, by gosh. I got him a free meal just sitting there, free breakfast. Who don't like a free continental breakfast, right? But anyway, these either fish in this hole or we're going to get them working up and down this ledge. So we do have some current flow out here this morning, so my scent trail is getting pushed downstream. There is a creek mouth right down here on the right, so worst case scenario, not getting bit here at all. I'll probably slide down a few hundred yards and set up in front of that creek for a little while, but we're going to sit here until at least after sunrise and see what happens. I think we got our first one right here, y'all. Let's get him reeled in. Fish number one. We'll get him up here and I'll show you my baits and everything and rigs. I got everything in the water. It was too dark to be filming out here at that point, so we could save that until these fish bite, and we got us one right here. Oh man, he ain't worth catching though. This fish right here apparently didn't get the memo. We got size requirements to be biting my baits today. Get over here, fish. You done hooked now. I'm gonna have to get you unhooked. Get that bait back down there. Well, look at this. He didn't get the bait either. He got the dang stinger fly right in the belly. He stole my bait or knocked it off one. You ain't coming in the kayak, fish. We got standards out here today. Oh man. Now he's got the other. I tried to get him unhooked there. Now he's got the other hook. He got it in the tail on the way. This fish is having a bad day, y'all. There we go. Boy, that fish right there, he's going to think twice about his life decisions going forward. He's going to get him a life coach like old Denny Ransom and have him evaluate decisions before he commits to them going forward, by gosh. Well, let's cut us another bait up. I've got a skipjack here. We're using two baits today. So I'm in my Old Town kayak, just got two rod holders on it. So we're using a head and a chunk. And so I've got them down there suspended, and I don't have a graph, but I have that app on my phone, the Avionics app, which is pretty accurate for where I fish out here. And so this hole should be somewhere around 42 feet deep, give or take, depending on our water level. The surrounding water around it's about 35 feet-ish. So it's a little depression here, gives these fish a current break. And again, even if they're not in that hole, we're still kind of right here on the edge of the channel. So as fish work up and down through here, we still got a chance at getting those fish. So this is my rig. That's obviously a piece of skipjack on a 10-aught size circle hook. I've got that on a Carolina rig with a Catfish Sumo bait stalker fly. And so I've got a 8-ounce egg sinker down to the swivel. And we're going to drop that straight down, let it hit bottom. As my line, there we go. My line's wrapped around my rod. Every time I talk to the camera, y'all, every time I get line wrapped around my rod. But it's down there on bottom now. And I'm going to reel down a little bit and raise it up so that my bait's just a couple 3 feet off bottom. And so now I've got the head bait on the left, we got the chunk on the right, and we kick back and wait and just letting that current just push our scent down river there, and any fish that are active working upstream or possibly in this hole, and when they turn on, Boom, we got a bait right there in their face waiting on them. And I'm waiting on them, by gosh, I'm ready to go. So we're ready to hopefully get some big fish today. I'd love to see some big blues and some big flatheads both. It's that time of year that it could happen. Well, he may have that one. Let me check and see. No, he didn't. I was turning the camera on for this rod. I'm getting just pestered with dink shot. I mean, it's just musical rods over here. They'll hit one, then they'll run over, and they'll hit the other. Obviously too small a fish to be hooking up. So I think what I'm going to have to do is move to get away from them, because they're just shredding my baits down there. And since I'm only fishing with 2 baits, I'd like for them to ideally be in the best condition as possible, so if we get a big fish that comes through, they got a good option down there. So I'm going to pull anchor and go down here a little bit further downstream, hopefully get away from these tiny fish, and set up in this creek mouth down here for a little while and see what's going on there. There we go. All right, another fish on right here in front of this creek mouth. He's bouncing around. I don't think he's going to be very good. He's a bite. At least briefly, we got away from the dinks that was chewing me up. Man, they just got on me, and they were just destroying baits. And this is a dink right here. I hope he ain't got no friends with him down there. Maybe he was coming through with his granddaddy. Maybe they were going out for Cracker Barrel breakfast this morning, get him some ham and eggs or something. If he's got a bunch of his classmates from the school with him, we're in trouble. This fish is in trouble anyway. Look right here. He's got leeches on his whisker right there under his chin. Nasty fish. Get out of here. You too dirty to come in this kayak. Well, he's knocked the bait off, or 8 at 1, so let's get another piece on there. Our head, it still should be in good condition over there because ain't nothing messed with it yet. I switched everything out once I moved down here, so we'll get another piece on, drop down, and like I said, this creek is right here. It comes out, drops off to 35 feet ish. You know, I can't give you an exact depth, but it should be about 35 feet. Oh, buddy, nice takedown. Nice takedown. No, okay, he's pulling some drag now. He's pulling some drag. He was taking line before I get the rod out the rod holder. That's what I like to see, man. I've sat here at this creek mouth now for a while with just nothing going on. Thankfully, the dinks have left me alone, but nothing's been happening. All of a sudden, we just had this one go down. I'm just putting in the time, folks. That's all you can do is put your baits on good structure and hope that fish are going to be active and feed while you're there. That's what I'm doing today. My plan is to fish till about lunchtime today. Hopefully some fish work up through here. I thought, typically daylight, first light, you get a window of time where fish are active, and that's a high percentage time for me historically, but this morning just wasn't nothing going on. Either way, got one now. That's what matters. Happy to see him too. I think it's going to be a blue. I feel him like he's rolling around a little bit. I think he's going to be pretty good quality. Come on up here, fish. I want to get a look at you now. Show yourself off. Yeah, nice fish. Nice fish right there. Nice one. That's worth the wait, y'all. I'll gladly wait on a fish like this anytime. I'm going to tire him out here just a second. We'll get him up here, and I don't know if he wants to take a picture with me, but he's going to. Me and this fish, we're going to get a selfie. It may or may not make it to the Instagram. He's mad. He don't want me tagging him in that Instagram post. He's embarrassed. His friends down there are going to make fun of him for getting caught. Well, I don't give a crap about your friends' fish. We're getting a selfie, and it's going to the gram, by gosh. This fish, like most of my big fish lately, has ate a headbait as he splashes me in the face and tries to get y'all. Come on, fish, now, come on now. Come on. Quit all that thrashing around while I'm trying to get hold of you. Now you're liable to break a thumb now. Look at his tongue. You nasty fish. What's that on your tongue? And all kinds of sores on there. He's been kissing on the wrong woman. She's done gave him the funk. Listen, fish, it can happen. They dirty women everywhere, man. Gotta look out for yourself now. That head bait, we'll switch it out here in a second. We got our use out of it, by gosh. We got us a good one. Hold yourself up there, fish. Nice, man. Oh, as usual, that sun is directly behind me. You ain't gonna get the best selfie with me, fish, but we're gonna make it work. Nice, man. Worth the wait. Yeah, I'm sitting here without a graph or live scope or anything. You know, you don't see these fish coming, so you're just sitting back, twiddling thumbs, and then bam, rod gets hit. And he was pulling some line there before I could get the rod out the rod holder. This thing's a brute, buddy. All right, I'm gonna drop another skipjack head back down there, and we'll see if he's got any friends, family, kinfolk, second cousins. Don't matter to me. As long as they this size or bigger, I'd like to play with them today. Tell these people goodbye, fish. He said he'll see you later, because he gone. All right, y'all. Fist pump worthy fish. All right, my confidence just went from here up to here this morning. I was sitting here, you know, honestly, when we was getting dink tapped to death at that hole, and I slid down here to this creek mouth and just nothing going on here, and the sun's getting higher and higher. I was like, I don't know if it's gonna happen today or not. But that fish right there, man, he just took it up a notch for me. So anyway, let me quit yapping here, and we'll get another bait on and see if we can do it again. So I put another skipjack head on that rod where we got this one. But here's what I'm gonna do. I got one white bass in my cooler. I'm gonna take the head of it and replace the skipjack chunk on my other rod. We're gonna go 2 head baits, 2 different types of fish here, and see what that'll do for us. If I can get that dang thing cut off there. White bass is a tough bait, but we'll put that on this rod over here and see what happens with it. Got something after this head right there, that skipjack head, buddy. We got one on, man. Let's get us another one, y'all. It's been over an hour. I've been sitting here without even a peck at my baits. I switched them out a little while ago. I ended up going back to a chunk on my other rod since the white bass head. It was a good idea, but it just wasn't getting hit. And this one ain't got this one ate the fly. He's got the fly in the mouth too, buddy. That ain't an accident. Hopefully he didn't tear up. Oh no, he just threw the head off right there last second. Oh man, you fish. I was trying to get that back since you hadn't chewed it up, fish. Well, a Catfish Sumo bait stalker fly. I got us another one here. I'll take that back there, sir, please and thank you. Maybe I'm gonna take it back with some pliers, apparently. There we go. Well, another dinkety doodah, but happy to get him. It's been a long while, y'all. Get out of here. I think I'm probably gonna soak some baits here for probably another 30 minutes or so and just try to kill lucky. It's been a slow day. We got that one big fish there, one good one, but otherwise been just pretty slow. Just nothing really going on this stretch of the river, it don't look like. But we'll put another bait down there and see what happens here in the next half hour. Boy, that's a nice pull right there, Neil. That's a nice pull right there. He's going off with it, buddy. On the head, man. That dang skipjack head. Getting it done again. All right. I'm glad I decided to stay a little longer. This one right here may turn out to be okay. He just kind of hit it and just slowly going off with it there till he knew he was hooked. When they know they hooked, that's when they always run. It's like a criminal when the cops get after them. They start running through the streets and jumping over fences and stuff. All right, we got him up here. Let's see what we got. No, another, we'll say smaller fun size here. Oh, he's got the fly too. He's got to fly too. Oh man, he threw that dang head off. That's 2 fish in a row. It's ate to fly and thrown my head bait off. That's interesting. They won't touch this body section that I got on the other rod over here, but they want that smaller bait all of a sudden. Interesting. Interesting, people. I don't know what to think of it. I know this fish right here, he's rethinking his decision to eat that thing. He said it looked good at the time. It's like a McDonald's hamburger. It looks good until you bite into it. Come over here, fish. Come over here now. Let me get hold of you. Oh, look, we got. Man, just splashed me in the face. He's actually got that fly. He's actually got it in the side of the mouth right there. We done busted this fish's lip right here, folks, as I lowered down, about put that hook in my thumb. As I reached for my pliers. We gave him a face piercing right there, didn't we? He'll never forgive me for it. He'll hold a grudge against me till the end of time. That's all you getting, fish. A little chest cam time. I ain't putting you on the front camera, even though you a large dink, smaller fun size. If you hadn't have thrown that head bait off, I might have given him some front camera time. But he did, and so that's that, by gosh. Well, I'm gonna reach back in that cooler and I'm gonna dry my face off. That's the first thing I gotta do. He got me in the face. Dang old fish. But we'll put another bait on there and sit out here a little while longer. I just thought after the last fish I'd give it maybe 30 more minutes. I got water on my glasses too. That fish done a number on me, y'all. He had it in for me for some reason. But I was gonna, I had a long stretch of just nothing, no taps, anything, and then we got that last fish and now this one, so I'll drop another bait down. Maybe we got some fish working through. Well, I'll tell you what I ain't gonna do, apparently I ain't gonna put on another head bait, because I ain't got no more. All the skipjack in here, I've used the heads there, so I guess they're gonna eat a chunk, or they ain't gonna eat nothing, I guess, or they'll eat that fly one. They ain't getting no more heads from me today. I'm gonna have to make a bait run this afternoon. Well, I've sat here longer than I said I was going to, just hoping another fish would come along, but I don't think it's going to happen, so I'm going to get on up out of here. This morning, though, was a fun trip. I mean, the bite was kind of slow, especially certain periods of time. I had long stretches with just nothing going on, but like I've said so many times before, I get a big fish, I go home happy, and I got me a good one today, so I'm going to go home with a smile on my face, but I'm going to go restock on bait either this afternoon or tomorrow morning, and we'll get after them again here soon. I'll see you then. Thanks for watching.